Okay, so we're going in Walmart right now, and this is either going to be really interesting or really boring. Either way, it'll definitely be extremely satisfying. Why? Well, I've been contacted by a internet scammer today. He wanted to let me know that I have just won $450,000, a Range Rover, and a Galaxy S7 through Prize Grab, which is a Facebook contest page that actually does host legit contests. This guy has just stolen their picture, added it to his personal profile, changed his work status to say that he works for Prize Grab, and he wants me to go send them $350 to pick up my claim receipt. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to talk to the people at Walmart, MoneyGram, Western Union, see if they can help me convince this guy that I want to find out how many digits the numbers are, like if I really did do a transfer and they give me a reference number, how many numbers would it be? I'm even going to video call him and try to screencast the video call. So bear with me. Let's go in here and get this done, and maybe it'll be funny as hell. It might be boring as hell, and like I said, either way, it's going to be satisfying. Because this guy wastes his time all day trying to scam people. He's got to probably call 1,000 people before he actually gets a hold of one that's dumb enough to fall for his scam. Maybe 2,000 or 3,000 people. So every bit of time that I can waste of this guy is less time that he could be spending trying to scam others. And me, as you guys know, I've got nothing but time, and I was looking for an excuse to make a video anyway. So this guy thought he was scamming me. He's actually going to help me out and make me a few bucks, especially if this video goes viral. I'll monetize it, and let's just see. It ain't going to go viral. Nothing I do goes viral, but who knows? Maybe he'll go apeshit crazy on screencast. We'll see in a minute. So right away, let me just say, you can pause these if you need more time to read them. I've given each of the screenshots 13 seconds. Why 13 seconds? Well, it's technically Friday the 13th. 13 is my lucky number. And it's long enough that if you're a pretty fast reader, you can get through most of these comments without having to pause. But if you do have to pause to read some of the longer ones, or even if you got to pause to read some of the shorter ones, that's perfectly fine. This guy, I entered a contest to win like a $5 Burger King gift card or something. And this guy calls me up or sends me a message through Facebook saying that I won $400,000, a Range Rover, and a Galaxy S7. I knew it was bullshit right away. It had a fake name up at the top. Supposedly he's pretending to be the Prize Grab page. Well, they would have been contacting me, not this Herbert Morrison. And when you check the profile, it shows that it was him. And I even checked with Prize Grab. Even though I knew he was scamming, I wanted to let them know that he was scamming and confirm that he wasn't with them, which I already knew. And they said, yeah, we have people scam like this all the time. So I decided I was going to waste as much of this guy's time as possible. He probably has to contact 2,000-3,000 people just to find one stupid enough to really send him money. Or maybe it's less. What do you guys think? Do you think 1 out of every 500 is dumb enough? Or do you guys think it's even less than that? I'm thinking it's about 1 out of every 2,000 to 3,000, maybe 5,000 people is really stupid enough to fall for this. I feel really bad for those people, but that's why I was dicking this guy around. Every bit of time he wasted with me is time that he couldn't spend with somebody else. See right here, I tell him I'm driving my sister's kids. All throughout this, my story changes several times. At first, I told him I was staying with my mom. Then I tell him it's my sister's kids. Later, it becomes my kid. And then I'm living at home with my wife, which I don't have kids or a wife. You guys know that. But if this guy was really paying attention, he would have saw the inconsistencies in my story. I was able to string him along from 7 a.m. until almost 2 p.m. by the time the final phone call come through. And I just kept telling him whatever he wanted so that he thought, I was believing his BS. And like I said, he's probably doing the same thing with 40, 50 people at once at any given time. So he couldn't keep track of my story to see the inconsistencies, which is why I was able to waste so much of his time. I wanted to waste more of his time, but I also wanted him to be on the phone. I wanted to get a screencast of his phone call. And so that's why I finally told him that I was dicking him around. And, well, you'll hear all that at the end. It might have to be in part 2 if my app won't let me merge them together. So after a while, this guy starts... I told him all kinds of stuff. As you can read the comments yourself and see, I told him all kinds of things to put him off longer and longer. Then I even took a nap for like 2 hours in the middle of this. I guess he was busy because he didn't try to contact me back for about 2 hours after I asked him what year the Range Rover was. And that's when I took the nap, and that comment will come up in a little bit. And he tried to make a few voice calls through Messenger, and I don't think I screencast those, but none of them, there was only a few words exchanged in those. The connection was really bad. He probably has a really cheap phone on, like, Sprint or something. Actually, Sprint hasn't been that bad. I've been really, well, I don't use their voice, but I've been really impressed with that little Sprint Wi-Fi box that I bought. So, as you can see, I'm still dicking this guy around. While I'm doing the narration, I'm able to read what screenshot we're on, but it's a really tiny picture, and I'm doing this on my phone, so sometimes it takes me a minute to figure out where we're at in place here. In God we trust was the code. Yeah, God's certainly not what this guy's trusting in. He's trusting in stupidity and Satan. I did a search on the guy's phone number, and he's run several different types of scams, and he's still using the same phone, apparently. There should be a way I can turn him into the FBI. There's got to be some sort of a cyber crime division. Now, he was starting to catch on to me, so he wanted to know my address so he could see if, there was really a person by my name at an address. So because he thought I was dicking him around. So I gave him, I went into the white pages looking up people with my same name, and found one that was either dead or really 117 years old. I'm judging that the guy was probably dead, and the internet just doesn't update the sorry about that crackling noise, guys. I forgot how good the microphone on this is. You can probably even hear the rain. This LG V20 has an excellent microphone. Yeah, so I gave him the address of somebody with the same name as me that's probably doesn't live there anymore, and probably... I was actually at Walmart when all this started, so I went inside and I got a photo, and I spoke with the girl at the counter and had her explain to me how the MoneyGram system works so that I could give him, so he would believe that I really sent it. And I'll include that either in this video or in part 2 if I can't merge them together. And like I said, I just kept stringing the guy along. I had to do different things throughout the day, a little bit of shopping and driving around. And I had a doctor's appointment in the late afternoon, almost early evening. So at some point I finally had to let the guy off the hook. He's dealing with so many people, he couldn't really keep track of who's who. So I probably could have strung him around a little bit longer. But he started wanting to see the picture of the MoneyGram receipt. So I told him it was in the glove box of my wife's car. She had left to go get lunch. And then on a couple of these voice messages, he's like, well, how long will she be gone? And I said, it depends. If she went to get fast food, she'll be back pretty quick. If she went to a real restaurant, she could be gone longer. And then I said something like, well, you guys will hear it. And I was just, I said, oh, women are slow. You know how it is, just to like play them on and just trying to, waste as much of this guy's time as possible. And I gave him an old phone number that was still connected through Google Voice from an old burner phone. It wasn't even in my name to begin with. But let's play this. I'm going to put the phone up to the headphones because I think they're going to be louder than the speaker on my computer. But we'll try both and we'll just see how it goes. So give me a second, guys. Okay, I'm going to start playing this. If I don't choke myself with the cord first. And I want the microphone to be as close to the speaker as possible. And here we go. Okay. Sorry, Windows computers.
You guys, this is MoneyGram.
You doing a bill pay, babe?
Well, if I wanted to send somebody money, would this even be the right?
That wouldn't be the right one. You just give me the information.
I just wanted to ask some questions, really. I don't want to send this person money. They're scamming me. They sent me an email this morning. You won $450,000 on a Range Rover and a Galaxy S7. Send us $350 through MoneyGram. So I'm just lying to the guy. I'm trying to play him along and make him think I'm really sending him the money. I was wondering, he said that the tracking numbers are 8-digit. Do you know, do they always like start with a B or something like that? Or, is there like a code you guys, if I was to send him money, would you ask me like for a code to tell him or something?
It's a confirmation number.
Confirmation number. Okay, yeah.
It don't start with a
They're always random?
Yeah, but it don't never start with a letter. It always starts with a number.
Always starts with a number.
It starts with a number, babe.
Tell them to clear my register.
But it does have some letters in it, maybe?
No.
It's all numbers?
It's all numbers,
okay.
Yeah. And it's either 8 or 9.
It's either 8 or
9. 8 numbers or 9.
And then do they ever ask, like,
they're going to ask for,
like a code?
When he pick up they ask for the reference, he'll need to give them a reference number and his picture ID.
Okay.
Pick up the money.
Okay. He's already changed the name twice on what name he wants me to put on it.
Yeah.
I'm recording all of this on my phone with the screencast, and I'm going to put it on YouTube. I figure I'm on disability, I got nothing but time anyway. So as much of his time as I can waste to stop him from scamming other people, and hopefully he'll get all mad at me and yell at me, and I can record it and put it on YouTube. Thank you.
Okay, so let's see how the audio came out on that.
Hello? Hold on, sorry. Let me turn the volume up. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Can you hear me?
Yes, it's a little echoey, but yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so when did you go to the Walmart just a bit? Is there a MoneyGram at the Walmart, sir?
Yes, there was a MoneyGram location, and I filled out the paperwork, and I gave her the money, and they charged me a fee in it as well, but I paid that. And then the girl, when she handed me, I said, isn't this supposed to be 8 numbers? And she's like, no, sometimes it's 8, sometimes it's 9. But she said that the first number might not...
You got the second number. It's supposed to be a reference number.
Yes, that's what she called it.
Okay. So that is what I'm trying to figure it out right now. Did you send it at a MoneyGram? Did you tell her that you wanted to use a MoneyGram?
Yeah, I told her that I was using a MoneyGram, and she gave me a big lecture about sending the money out of the country. I didn't tell her why. I just told her it was, a family member who was stranded, and I didn't want the lady at Walmart knowing that, I had money coming, and because she might. Huh?
That holds you right. You did a great job.
Okay. And she said, okay, yeah, it's no problem. She said, you'll just need to tell your, I told her you were my cousin. She said, you'll just need to tell your cousin to have this number and his ID, and he should be able to collect it. But she said that it could take a little while to go through the system.
Okay, so what I need for you to get that receipt in your possession. That is what I'm waiting on, so we can have it processed in the system and have your product delivered early tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my wife to get back. She said she was just going to get lunch. She hasn't been answering her phone. She might have hers. We both set our phones to do not disturb because we work for a company that they call us in all the time wanting us to fill in shifts for other people. And so, and when it's our days off,
Okay,
we just set our phones to do not disturb. That's why I wasn't able to hear it when you first called. But
okay.
I did send her a text, and I know she gets the text. So as soon as she reads her text, or as soon as she gets back, she didn't say where she was going to lunch. I thought maybe she was just going to go get something quick, but she might have went to a real restaurant or something. I'm not certain.
Okay. So what I need for you to do, I need for you to get that receipt in possession so we could have the right numbers here, alright?
Okay.
Alright, so let me see now. How long should I do it to give you back a call?
I'm sorry?
How long do you think it will take for your wife to be back?
Oh, I'm not sure exactly. I thought she might be back already, but it depends on. I thought she was just going to go to like Taco Bell or something, but she likes to go to this Chinese restaurant where she eats there sometimes, and I think if she's been gone this long, that's probably where she went. So I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to say any minute now, but how wives are. They get going, and women are slow.
Okay. So you let her go out for lunch without you, buddy?
Yeah, well, I already had lunch. I just got some beef jerky at Walmart. I don't eat very much these days. I'm on diabetes, so.
Okay. So I'll give
Actually,
you
actually,
some more
actually,
time.
actually, to be perfectly honest with you, I knew you were scamming me from the start, and I've just been wasting your time all day. I've never sent any money. I just figured since you wanted to screw with me, I'd screw with you. Even this number, this is a fake Google Voice number, so if you call it back, it's just gonna be no good. This is not my real number. Even the Facebook page is not my real page. I'm just wasting your time, and I'm going to upload all of this on YouTube and warn other people on Prize Grab that you're out here promoting this scam.
Buddy, our company is a 100% original company.
I don't know, but I know that if you go down to the graveyard and dig up your great grandfather and cut off his dried up beef jerky dick and shove it in your mother's asshole, $400,000 and a Range Rover will fall out.
Eat shit.
How? You've already ate it all. I can hear it coming out of your mouth with every word.